Real show, here we go. Real show, here we go. You know that it's gotta be that time, so this is what we chant. What keeps on getting them all amped in advance? Come on. You and I rocking out with Iron Man, F.E. You get the general's point of view on top of Roger's rants. Whenever tapping out, we're putting the most minutes in. You already know what that's about, you know that winners win. Crush whatever's on task, check the podcast. It's the champ and the tramp, let the bomb blast.
We always just start rolling. We don't do the fucking, hey, welcome to the show anymore. So, all right, whatever.
Fuck you, Roger.
You didn't have headphones on, so I didn't know you were. It's fine.
Are you gonna drink now? You're gonna drink now on the show?
yeah. It's coffee, pal.
So what's up there?
What's up, pal? What's up? We were just talking about sleep a little bit.
Yeah, Roger says he doesn't need any sleep.
That's not what I said. I said I don't.
He's like Tesla.
I don't get a lot of sleep. No, I actually got it wrong. I said Einstein. Now it says Google says Einstein slept about 10 hours, so I got that wrong. My second guess was Nikola Tesla. I knew it was somebody that was much smarter than me. That
me?
It was reported didn't sleep a lot. It was Nikola Tesla, and
I know, but like reported. I mean, when did he fucking died? 19. What he died?
Listen, I'm the first one to say I don't believe shit that I read. I don't believe shit that I see. But it's just stuff that's in print. I don't know if it's true.
It could be.
It might not be.
No, I do. But I think there are some people. Like what I hear is there's some people that don't need as much sleep, and they don't have the bed. They don't like. Maybe it's something genetically or whatever where they don't get the bad effects. But I know me, I need my fucking sleep.
Yeah. I think there's, like, with anything, right, there's law of averages. I think the average person needs good sleep, right? I'm sure there are people that don't.
I think it's a big part of health, though.
Yeah.
That a lot of people overlook.
So, I guess on a personal level, do you get a lot of sleep? And if you do, how many hours a night do you get? Because, I mean, you're a fighter, bro. Like, you need it. Yeah. You burn in a lot of energy during the day.
Yeah, I think I get 8 hours. I go to bed at 12 and I wake up at 8.
Yeah, okay.
For the most part.
Good sound sleep. Don't get up. How's your old man bladder holding up? I get up. I never used to get up to go pee. I get up at least once a night now.
At least once a night.
You do?
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I'm at least once a night.
Dude, when I stop burning, when I burn, it makes me numb or something. Right. I could sleep through it. When I stop burning, bro, I'll get up fucking 3 times a night.
Really?
Well, plus I'm drinking a lot of water. I'm training so much right now.
What's the tribulation? So, is there a tribulation to not smoking weed, or is it just the water intake?
No, I just think when you're high, you're kind of numb a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess. Never heard of that before. So when you go back to bed, you immediately go right back to sleep? Or
I'm pretty good.
Yeah, I go right back to sleep.
I'm pretty good at falling back to sleep. I don't have a hard time with that.
Now that I'm getting over this, I would say I'm pretty much over it at this point, but that torn gluteus medius muscle.
Who did that?
And the... Can't get through a show, man. Can't get through a show. You did it. Paul Pelosi. I was over at his house.
Paul Pelosi. He got the hammer out.
Did you see that picture I sent you?
Yeah.
The pink dildo hammer.
I don't think that's true, though. Now they're saying it's not true.
Hell with you. Come on.
I don't know. Well, whatever. I'm just saying.
It's too. Okay, so. How does the guy get in the house? There's got to be crazy security.
Yeah.
Crazy security. There's got to be cameras everywhere. How does Paul Pelosi call the police and know the guy? Already knows the guy. Knows who the guy is.
Because he said his name, right?
Yeah. It's two. Is
that all true though? Everything you're saying is all true. I don't know.
There's not much out, bro. There's not much out.
I'm saying what you're saying.
Yeah.
And also, what is weird is the attack happened in front of the police.
Yeah.
How the fuck did the police let that happen?
Correct. Yeah.
Right?
And the weirdest part is if that was anybody else's household that wasn't politically tied, the body cams would be out. The 911 call would be out. Everything, none of it's out. So it's suspect as fuck, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, whatever. It's just crazy. They're all hypocrites.
It's us versus them.
It is, man. I'm getting so tired of it. But again, I mean, I know sometimes you just laugh at me, but I'm scared to talk politics because they take your voice away, especially from our perspective. So I try not to even talk it, not because I'm not passionate about it or, you talk to, I forget who it was, and you kind of quoted a line that BJ Penn, I'll let you tell the story, but that's we want to help our children, right? I mean, I do. I really want to help. But if they silence us, how much do we help our children? You don't, right?
Yeah, but maybe standing up. I mean, saying something is our way to stand up for them. But if they silence you, you can't do it.
That's my point.
Yeah.
The best you could do is do it on a local level and go, which you've done. Go to the school boards. You know.
to a degree. You know what I'm saying? To a degree.
If you do it, if you have a large following and you do it on a grander scale, they pretty much shut you up. I mean, or shadow ban you to the point where you're so limited with your reach. So I try not to get too political. Trust me, I got a lot to say. I know you do too, but
I don't like sharing my shit out there because honestly, I'll share it with you and my friends.
Even stuff that pertains to your children.
No, yeah. If I have to go out there and fight for my kids, I will 100% do that. But I mean,
that's really what I'm talking about.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff that, because in politics, I don't know enough.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'll talk shit with you and my friends and act like I know what the fuck I'm talking about. But to go out on like a public forum and talk it, I'm gonna get debated down, or someone's gonna tell me I'm talking. I don't know what I'm talking about, and they're probably right because they're much more informed than I am.
Right. Yeah. Well, definitely. I'm the same boat. There's people out there, even on things that I'm passionate about, like the Second Amendment. I don't really go too hard on it because it's my personal issue. Not everybody's gonna agree with me, but putting kitty litter boxes in my kid's school, I'll be real loud, real vocal
I hear
about that. You know what I mean?
You know what I do? I hear that's bullshit. I hear that's like a propaganda thing.
No, I heard they actually did it in a school. I just heard it recently. I forget what school it was. People send me stuff in DMs all the time. There was a school, I think it was a New York school, that they had pushed whatever through the latest meeting that they were going to do this, the latest parent-teacher conference or whatever.
Well, I know for a fact kids wear leashes and shit and collars, but I mean, I think kids always did that, right? The freaks. I mean, you grew up with freaks.
Yeah, but you could
Did you have freaks in Maine?
Not many, but you could also, when you say kids all did that, but everything was allowed. You could wear pajama pants then.
Yeah.
Why aren't pajama pants allowed now?
I know, it's so silly.
That doesn't make sense.
But that's what you called them back in the day? That's what we used to call them. Like now, what do they call them now? Emos?
I didn't have a lot of that, bro. You know what I had? And it's a different way of life. It's hard to describe, but you know what I had? I had really poor kids. I was poor. Everybody was poor where I'm from. But then you had really, really poor kids that had like mismatched shoes and played baseball in like work boots and stuff like that. And there might be a little mutter about like, oh, there's Joe, they're playing, but people were pretty good hearted. People knew people knew they were hard up, and you didn't pick on them because they didn't have, there was really not a lot of mean shit in my school. There really wasn't.
Moved down. When did you move down? When you were 18, right?
Yeah, people were mean.
So,
down
bro,
here.
I was
21, and people were fucking
21. So I was
mean.
15, right?
People were much meaner down here.
Yeah, so like but you remember the freaks in the mall though? You don't remember that?
Yeah. There's more freaks down here, but there's more people.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying now the freaks are what? Emus, right? What do they call that? Emo.
Furries, all that shit.
Furries, right?
All that weird shit. Do you think that is just people reaching out for attention, or do you think that's like a mental instability thing?
No, I mean, I think some people just like to be different, I mean, I don't think every freak that was out there, or emo, or whatever the fuck it is, are all bad people. They just want to be a little different.
I never said bad. I never said bad.
No, I'm saying, I'm saying, or mentally, you're saying it's a mental fucking condition. Some, yes, but
I think some it is. I'm saying, could it be, or what
I think
your,
some,
yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, I think some can. But I think mostly people just want attention,
right.
Or they want to be different.
I think the vast majority.
Just like think about it. When we grew up, well, I mean, here I grew up different than you did. But like there were surfer kids, there were like hip hop kids,
right.
There were jocks, there were freaks. I mean, people find their sect, and that's what they rock with, right?
They find some, an athlete or somebody that plays football or like you said, a surfer. They found a niche that they excel at, and people are like, oh, watch that Tommy.
But not even excel. But I'm saying not even like surf like a surfer. Like they just dress like a surfer. You know what I mean? Okay. Or a skateboarder. But that's what they identify.
It's still their niche. Yeah. It's still their niche.
Right.
These kids don't have a niche. They don't have a belonging. So they try to find a place to fit in when they don't have a place.
Yes. Well,
so they start.
Agreed.
They dress like a freak, and they're like, okay, I found my niche.
And now they took it a step further. Yeah. Because now they could be a different sex. Right? That's why, like, they say that the trans community increased fucking tenfold, 20-fold
right.
in the last couple of years. It's because it's an outlet to get attention.
Correct. Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I mean, some people, they really do believe they're this or that.
Right.
Dude, I just seen something. I don't know where it was in Canada. I don't know, somewhere. Maybe U.S., whatever. This trans woman, right? That means it was formerly a guy. That's able-bodied, trans woman, able-bodied man, okay, we'll say that, able-bodied biological man identifies as a woman in a wheelchair. So this able-bodied person that can walk and do everything is a man, dresses up as a girl, and only uses a wheelchair.
Yeah, but there are people lopping off digits because they want to be.
Right. No, this is not. I mean, that's more commitment, at least, right? That's more commitment. That's so fucking crazy.
Or mental.
Yeah, it's crazy. Is this guy mental, or is this guy just fucking trying to be an asshole? Because imagine you're you're in a wheelchair and this guy's taking your fucking parking spot.
I don't know, because if the guy just did it and drew no attention to himself at all, right? Just wheeled around, nobody would know. If you're doing it and looking for attention and saying I'm able, but then you're
it's a story out there. I saw it.
Then you're doing it for attention,
right?
You're doing it simply for attention. Right. You want people to know that you're able-bodied and you're wheeling yourself around.
Is that
you never said a word
disorder, or are you just being an asshole?
I don't know, narcissism. I don't know what it is exactly, but it's something a little off there. You know?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, okay. You've been following this whole Elon Musk stuff?
A little bit, yeah.
What about, you see how he's talking about how to get for the blue check marks and all that stuff?
Start charging people monthly fees?
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I don't know how much everything comes down to how much it personally affects you, right? I haven't been on Twitter. I'm on there. I have an account, and I used to use it all the time. It used to be my go-to, and then I joined Instagram, and I don't have time for all that shit. I don't have time for Twitter and Instagram. I just use Instagram. So because it doesn't really personally,
TikTok?
it doesn't really no, I just go on TikTok. I don't really post anything.
That's me. That's like
because it doesn't really personally impact
Twitter
me.
is more of a newspaper to me.
I don't know really how much I feel. Listen, okay, let me say this. If Elon Musk brings back free speech, and I mean true free speech, true, like you can say whatever you want because we live in the United States and we're protected by a constitution that has the First Amendment, truly brings it back in the form that it's supposed to be in, I'll gladly pay $20 a month.
It's not 20. He made it 8, which is more reasonable. It's $60 a year.
I will gladly pay that. But it has to be free speech.
I mean, not that I care. I have a blue check. I have a blue check, this and that, but like anybody can get this now.
Wait a minute. Now I might be defeating my own purpose here. Now I'm saying I'll pay for free speech.
That's the thing. I know, but that's the thing. No.
I'll pay for the service.
No. Because you could still use it without a blue check. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true,
right?
true.
So listen, not that I give a fuck, but it does take away from the point of being a notable and having a blue check. If anybody can get the blue check, right? A little bit.
I saw,
but it does verify that person. You know it's not a bot.
Yep.
Or someone's paying for a blue check, right. You know it's not a bot.
True.
So that's one way to do that. But like you said, the whole idea of Elon Musk coming, why did we think it was good?
Free speech.
Free speech. Is he really pushing free speech right now? I don't know. From what I see,
it's too early to tell.
I know it's too early to tell, but I see a lot of people saying he's not.
Too early.
He's not. Like people are still getting banned for
the
saying
left
shit.
is really fucking mad at him, and that makes me think he's doing the right thing. The left hates him.
Yeah.
That makes me think he's probably doing the right thing.
Yeah.
They do not believe in free speech at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw I forget his real name, but Spock from Star Trek. What's his real name? Takai.
No.
George Takai, isn't it George Takai?
No, that's not Spock though.
Oh, all right.
Spock.
Okay.
Spock was Nimoy.
Leonard
Nimoy, yeah.
All right, so it's not. What was Takai?
I know what you're talking about. He's from Star Wars or Star Trek.
Whatever.
He's the Asian guy.
I'm not a nerd. Okay, whatever.
Oh, you're not a nerd? I don't know about
Frankie loves to just fucking. All right, so Takai, whatever fucking character he played, I saw today. He said, something.
He's super fucking.
Lib on Twitter. He said if this. I forget if he made a multiple part comment about bringing Orange Man back, and then if it goes up $20 a month and they bring Orange Man, I'm done or whatever. And
no, he's not. He ain't going nowhere.
Supposedly Elon responded. You never know if those are real or not. We gotta. Oh, that was Stephen King. You're right. Yeah.
Dude, this guy, bro, is all over the place. Was it Stephen King?
It was two books.
Okay.
It was 2 parts, bro.
All right.
It was 2 parts.
So
calm down.
It was
Calm down.
Takai. Takai did say stuff.
Takai said.
Tacky, right? What's the how you say it?
Takei.
George Takei.
Takai said the part about the $20, right? Takai, whatever. Said the part about the $20. Fucking Stephen King said the part about bringing Orange Man back. So it was 2 different people. Okay. So.
No, but he said some. No, yeah, opposite. Takai said the Orange Man. Stephen King said the money thing. Said if it's $20,
Does it matter? Does it matter?
Well, yeah, if you're telling a fucking story, it does matter.
It doesn't matter, bro.
It does matter. You're fucking saying who said what. It does matter.
All right, we got it nailed down now.
Bro, what do you mean it doesn't matter?
Okay.
How does it not matter?
Okay.
Oh my God. So, what did Stephen King said he'll be gone? He'll be gone.
I'm not sure who said what.
Well, I know. Okay. I know. I'm telling you. I don't know about George Takai.
Okay.
All right, but Stephen King did say he'll be gone. Consider me gone. What do you think he'll really go?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't think he'll go. Because just like all these people, you don't remember when Donald Trump was running? If Donald Trump gets elected, I'm moving to Canada. I'm leaving this country. Did anybody fucking move to Canada? No. They ain't going nowhere.
And a lot of them said that they never said it after, but
right. I don't know. You wonder. Elon Musk. He seems like he comes in as the savior, but is he?
We don't know.
He's not your savior?
Not mine.
You don't have a Tesla?
I have one God, Jesus Christ.
Did you see the outfit he wore?
Yeah.
Jesse sent us?
Yeah.
Oh, he's explaining it. Some crazy
I don't understand the explanation, but I saw it. I think it's just a Halloween costume, in my opinion.
Was it Jesse that said it, or was it someone else?
I'm sure it was other people, I'm sure.
Oh, man. So what's the matter? Did I hurt your feelings?
No.
Did I hurt your feelings, Roger?
I'm just letting you carry the show.
Well,
I'm letting you carry the show, bro.
I'm saying,
every time I try to lead something, you picking the fuck apart.
What do you mean? I'm trying to fucking...
Every time, bro. You do.
We're trying to figure out what you were talking about.
Go ahead. I'm going to bounce off your ideas and your topics. Go, bro. Go.
Okay.
Let them go, baby. Let them go.
Did you go to the gym today?
I did, sir.
Yeah, what'd you do at the gym?
Today I did back.
Who'd you go there with?
Just myself. I work out by myself. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
Anybody spot you?
Used to. I don't have time anymore. I used to go with like...
No, but I'm saying, if you're by yourself, do you ask someone to spot you?
No, not for back.
Not for back, right?
No, yeah.
You know, it's like bent over rows.
No, I
ask someone to spot you, bent over rows.
Negative.
No.
Negative.
Now, how do you decide your workouts?
Well, it's pretty much... I mean, your workouts are basically the same for the week, right? Mine are basically the same for the week.
I know, but I'm saying
the same. Like,
so you
basic routine.
Monday, chest and try.
Yeah, my short days. Like if I have a short day where I have my kids at 5 and I get there at like 4 o'clock and I got to leave there at like 3:40, so I got like 45 minutes of workout. I'll do like legs because I don't love doing legs. I can't grow these things anyway. So on my shorter days, I'll do something like that. On my days where I'm there, for like an hour and a half, I like to do chest or back or something that, like a bigger muscle part that I like to do, So you go in there, do you warm up before you do anything, or you just like get warm up set? No, and I should, because warming up's really important, but I've never warmed up, and in my lifetime, I've only ever had one injury from the gym, ever. So I don't warm up. I should.
But do you do like a warm up set?
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't go in there and put 315 on and just slam it out. Nobody could do that, one I know of. I mean, maybe there was somebody that could do it, but nobody I know of. So, yeah, you got to warm up a little bit, but I don't do all the stretching. I see guys, my buddy Greg goes in there and probably stretches and walks around and warms up for a solid half hour before he even picks a weight up. I don't have that much time. I can't do that. But I'm not prone to injury either, so.
Do you do cardio at all?
No.
Did you ever?
Yeah.
How? What'd you do for cardio?
I prefer doing shit outside rather than running on a treadmill or whatever. But back when I did cardio, I would do treadmill. I'd do stair stepper.
Now, would that be a different day or the same day?
No, same day. But that was back when I had a lot of free time and I could be in the gym for 3 hours. I don't have that much free time anymore. So,
well, how did you do cardio first or lift first?
Lift first, cardio at the end.
Is that like how'd you come up with all your workouts? You know what I mean? Like just over years of trial and error or buddies?
I mean, some of it is researched, I guess, on my own. But Joe, guy that I've always worked out with, that still is there every day I work out. He just works out with like 4 dudes now, and I don't have that much time. But he's just in tune with working out. I mean, he could have been a trainer. He's always kind of just like, he thinks cardio after you work out is better than before, or coming on a weekend and do fasted cardio, early in the morning. So Joe, I would say I've gotten most of my information from.
And you have protein with you or anything like that?
What do you mean protein?
Protein? Do you
protein. I thought you said pro team. Yeah. I mean, I've definitely taken every product you can think of. I don't take pre-workouts anymore because my cardiologist said don't.
Yeah, I don't think pre-workouts are good. Coffee's good enough for a pre-workout, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
How many sets of stuff do you do? Like, how do you break it down?
4 sets of whatever body part I'm working on.
Are you like 12, 10, count. 8, 6 type guy?
Yeah, I if I go like crazy heavy, I can't get 10, but you know what I mean? I try to get 10 reps on everything.
Every time?
I try.
Yeah.
Except for maybe the last set I'll go heavy and I can't.
Don't you want, like, I don't know, I've heard a lot of, like, some people say 5s. Should do 5s.
Yeah.
For strength.
But then you would have to do more, more. You're doing 5 reps, so you got to do more.
Right. Well, you know what I heard
sets.
someone say? It makes sense, actually. Say you did 3 sets of 10, right? 3 sets of 10. Now, your first 2 reps are your best reps. The last reps, okay. Instead of doing, say, 10 sets of 3, now you get all good reps.
Makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
I think that's for power. I don't know if that's for powerlifting.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I think you always should be switching it up, right? You should never...
Keep it guessing?
You should never do the same exact thing every single workout,
I wonder. I used to lift like that. The whole bodybuilder. That's right. That probably is a bodybuilder thing. Back and by, chest and try, shoulders, legs, right? Yeah. That's kind of like the bodybuilder way.
Yeah, it's a push-pull, right? You always want to do a push-pull. If you do 2 body parts, you want to do one push and then 1 pull. So
yeah,
back, buys, chest, tries, right?
Now I feel like I just do fucking everything.
I usually just do 1 body part, but I try to like work it, like get a really good workout.
Kill it.
Get a good hour workout.
You get sore still?
Not really, because I don't kill it. I used to kill it.
You would get sore back then?
When you're getting sore, that's when I had my biggest gains, because obviously you're tearing muscle down.
I don't know, man. I feel like I have a hard time getting sore. Even like running, like I'll get sore for like half a day now. It's like I feel like I have so much volume from working out so much that it's hard to get sore.
Yeah, I'm sure. You're an athlete, bro. It's different. You're built different,
Oh, I mean, fuck, you've been working out for how fucking long?
I'm not an athlete. There's a difference.
But I'm saying, though, but you've been doing the same routine for so long, so I'm sure
which is why I'm not getting sore. Right. But I can make myself sore if I really push it. You know what I mean? I can, and that's when I had
my... Joe, right? Joe's the guy you work out with?
Yeah.
He could probably make you sore.
Oh, yeah. He pushes... oh, this fucking guy. He pushes himself harder than anybody in the gym that I know of.
Yeah. He's a big dude?
Not tall dude, but he's he's just really good shape. Yeah. And we're all in our mid to late 40s now, you know what I mean? So he's same age as me, basically a couple years younger, I think. So, but just been pushing that pace for 20-something years, more than that, 30-something years probably for him.
But the fact that you have a routine you still follow pretty good, that's
I get there. That's, you know what I mean? Like I get there. If I get through the door, I'm not going to waste it, so I work out.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie and say I work out like I used to. I don't, I don't, but I'm not as... I just don't want to be a piece of shit. I don't want to look like total dog shit. I want to...
But don't you feel good from working out?
I do. I don't enjoy it. I've always said that. I don't like lifting weights. Not in the gym like fuck.
I think you do, bro.
No, I don't. I like the feeling that I get after I lift weights. I like leaving there feeling accomplished. Like, you're not a lazy piece of shit. I like that. I don't like lifting weights. I don't. back when I was like trying to set personal records and stuff like that, it was like a challenge. But you know, I'm not
like
doing
PRs and stuff.
PRs. I'm not doing that anymore. You know what I mean?
I don't think that's probably not very safe, right?
Man,
I don't know.
On the level I was on, it was totally safe. I wasn't a power lifter. I was just trying to set my own.
But I'm saying, like, think if you're pushing yourself now, like, I don't know, like, do you need to lift that heavy? You know?
No, I don't. That's why I don't do it anymore. I haven't done it in 10 years, probably.
But I'm saying, like, just for health, like, for anybody, not just you. You sitting there, you're in your 50s going for. I guess people still do that, right? Still go for PRs and shit in their 50s.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. There's some people in their 50s that look the best they've ever looked. You know, that would be a goal to pull that off. And it's just, I'm just being honest. I'm not as regimented, dedicated as I used to be. It's just, it's not the priority level it used to be. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that I want to look like shit or, you know, become a couch potato. I don't. You know, I still want to look decent, you know?
And how's your weight cut going?
I haven't weighed in probably since last week, but I think I'm down, what was I, 253 when we started? I think I was down 243. I think I'm a little bit, maybe 244, 245, something like that.
Well, weigh-ins is coming soon, buddy.
So I said 10 or 12. I got it off real quick because I was like, fuck, this is going to come off hard. But, you know, you're supposed to weigh in on the same time every day and shit. I don't know. It could have been, you know.
Morning.
Yeah, right.
That's the best.
But I weigh in. When I sent you that first picture of the 253, it was right after work at the gym. So that's where I've been weighing myself in. So at least it's fair and even and honest, you know.
Yeah. You see the Rock movie? See that? Black Adam's out. Did you see it? Did you see that?
I mean, would I see it? Yeah, I used to be the biggest fan of The Rock ever, but you know, I'm not in tune with his politics. So yeah, I haven't watched any movies of his since he got political. So
what movie has he come out with though recently?
Oh, he comes out with a movie every 5 minutes. I mean, I'm sure there was one right before the Jumanji 2. I don't know.
You didn't watch them?
Yeah, I watched the first one.
Yeah, the second one?
I don't know when it came out. Whenever he got all political, I stopped.
I know. I didn't want to do that, man. I know. I feel you, but I just want to
I don't hate the guy.
Yeah.
I think he's a phenomenal actor. I think he's at least he's phenomenal human.
It was just during.
I just don't like his politics.
It was during the lead up to the election, but like he really hasn't. He doesn't. It's not like he's hammering politics all the time.
I don't feel like he was fair and biased. I feel like he was bought. That's what I feel like.
Yeah.
You sit down with both sides and then you make your pick. He didn't do that. Yeah. So that's why.
But at least he's not constantly pushing his shit. Like you see, like all these late night talk show guys, but I can't fucking stand them because they're all political. They're all bashed to fucking, you know, this and that. And it's like, dude, nobody wants to tune in and listen to you fucking talk about politics.
Yep.
I mean, late night TV used to be awesome. Like those David Letterman, Jay Leno, that shit was great back in the day.
Jimmy Kimmel, when he was on the Man Show,
he was great, right?
He was
hilarious,
fucking hysterical.
And now he's like talking shit about Elon Musk.
Yeah, no, he talks shit about anybody that's on the conservative side, but he did some shit. Like if a conservative did it now, remember he used to be in blackface and do Karl Malone on the Man Show?
Yeah.
Can you imagine if somebody on that he opposed did that? He would call him a racist all day long.
Oh, of course.
Crazy. Same thing with Howard Stern. He used to be a huge Stern fan. Can't support that guy anymore.
Yeah, I guess I listen.
Just the hate and vitriol that comes out of them.
He seems like he's just out of touch, right?
I don't know. I don't get into mainstream anything anymore. I like my little documentaries. I watch these YouTube guys that, you know, I was telling Young Bloods, this guy, I was talking about our last podcast. This guy, that's what I watch. That's what I'm into now. This guy, I think his name's Brody, but his YouTube channel is called Young Bloods. He's an Australian dude that just films 99% of his content by himself. He goes out into the Australian brush, no food, no nothing, just brings a knife with him usually, and he survives. And I'm like, that guy's got no political agenda at all, doesn't care. All he wants to do is that's what I watch. And I think I've always been like that for the most part. I was never like mainstream, like Hollywood or mainstream shows, because I can remember a decade ago, probably more, watching Survivor Man, Les Straub, I think his last name is Straub, Les Straub, Canadian guy, that did the same thing. That was over a decade ago, 10, 15 years ago.
Bear Grylls, right?
Bear Grylls to me is a little Hollywood. He's a little. He
goes to the hotel.
He always brings some big celebrity with him.
Yeah.
He did one episode. I watched him for a little bit, and this is where he kind of lost me. And he's a knowledgeable guy, but it's always like some over the top thing. It's never a realistic situation, in my opinion. I remember he did one survival in an urban atmosphere or something like that, where he was like surviving in New York City. Come on, stupid. And then he did one where he was in the desert one time, and he said, I guess he came across like a dead camel. It was already dead, and I don't think he killed it. I would remember that. But he's like, "Oh, sandstorm's coming in. Here's how you survive if you ever get caught in a sandstorm." And he gutted this thing and crawled inside of it. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, you got
much.
Nobody's gonna do that, bro, to survive a sandstorm.
Well, if it's a legit sandstorm, right? I guess
sandstorms all the time, bro. They're not that bad. They blow by pretty quick.
Yeah,
they're not that intense. Yeah.
Oh. Didn't in Alone, I think one of the people went into like an animal, right? I think maybe it was I was watching that thing you was talking about.
I don't think so. Alone, the movie
show Alone.
Oh, the show Alone. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, they if anything, they would have skinned it and used it as like a. Well, yeah. I don't think they crawled inside like the rib cage.
No, where did I see that? Maybe it was the Bear Grylls thing. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, it was just I got nothing against the guy personally. I think he's Hollywood obsessed. I think he wants to be, and these Les Straub could give two shits about going to Hollywood. This guy, Brody from Youngbloods, he could give two shits about it. There's another YouTube channel called Adrenaline Junkies. I fucking love these guys. So it's a dude and a bunch of his buddies. It's one main guy, but what he started out really doing, he was always like an active guy. He started out as a skier. He was a really good skier. And then he had a horrible accident, almost lost his leg. Like came very close to getting his leg amputated. So during the healing process, when he thought he was going to lose it, he was like, I got to figure out something to do. He decided to start jumping from, I know you're going to say, well, how's that any better? I guess it's not. But he started doing free diving off, buildings, objects, whatever.
Like base jumping, man.
No, into water.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Base jumping, He's into base jumping now. That he's kind of evolved into wingsuit flying now. That's like his new thing.
He's got one leg?
He went from skiing when a lot of his stuff wasn't. It kind of was. He went back through his archives and he found a lot of footage of him when he was a really good skier. And he did this one documentary, but his mainstay is traveling the world for big jumps, like cliff jumps mostly, like 100-foot plus. You know what I mean?
For skiing?
No, for jumping into water.
Into water. Okay, gotcha.
And he does it with his buddies. He's the best one by far. But then he does triple gainers, backflips, all this crazy shit.
You ever get hurt doing it?
Oh yeah, I'm sure he has. But his worst injury ever was a ski accident. So anyway, now a lot of his channel is wingsuit flying. You know what I mean?
That's the crazy.
He kind of got into infamy from jumping into like crazy I don't know what to call it, base jumps into water. What do you call it? I don't know, whatever you call it.
Yeah,
but
dives. I think
you're not diving though, because you're diving's head first, right? You're just
yeah. I don't know. Can you dive head first?
No way. No fucking way.
You ever see they always like do that curl like that? Yeah, they bend like right when they
even
go
Red
water.
Bull, who's a sponsor of the high jump, I guess you call it. None of them land head first. They're all. But
don't they
first.
Don't they go like they like? You ever see them like do the like they're about to land on their belly and they just do like they touch their toes and all.
Oh, that's kind of this kind of seems like a new thing that just started happening. Yeah, now I see a lot of that. Yeah, must be a new way to impact the water because I just started seeing that recently. But it was always feet first. So anyway, this guy, but that's what I'm into. That's my point is I'm not into movies. I don't even like going to my kids are into movies.
You don't like movies?
No, nope.
That's crazy.
I'm not into actors, bro. I think most of them are.
No, I'm not talking about the actor. Like I don't know who the
that's
fuck.
Why
I'm
not.
That's
why I'm not into movies.
But the character they're playing, not the person. I don't give a fuck about the person. The character they're playing. You're not impressed by any actors.
Yeah, I used to be. I used to love movies. I'm just not anymore. I'm not a subscriber.
Why?
Because I just don't. I just think they're. For the most part, they're pompous, out of touch assholes.
I don't know. I think you're cutting your nose off to spite your face.
Really?
Yeah, I just feel like because not everybody is. Like, bro.
I never said everybody.
No.
I said for the most part.
I'm saying not everybody is, and the ones that are. I mean, I feel like there's only a few.
Hollywood is
Hollywood's fucking very.
It's vast statement, of course, but you think.
a lot of Hollywood is evil and this and that. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But I think, some of these movies they put out are phenomenal.
Yeah.
And the acting's phenomenal.
Name a couple that you're talking about. I've probably seen them.
I mean,
I'm more of a fan of old stuff, bro. I mean, I'm like 80s stuff. Jaws, great movie. Stand By Me, probably my favorite movie of all time. Breakfast Club.
He was just on Celebrity Jeopardy.
Lost Boys. Like that's my jam. You know what I mean? That's when I enjoyed watching movies. I haven't sat down to watch a movie.
There's still good movies
and I can't tell you how long. Rambo, I fucking loved Rambo.
Those are action movies. Oh,
that's one action movie. I just named a bunch that weren't action movies. Stand By Me is not an action movie.
No, that's a great movie. That's your boy, though.
Breakfast Club's not an action movie.
That's your boy.
Who?
George Takei.
Oh, yeah.
No, Stephen King. Right? That's a Stephen King movie.
Yeah. Written by,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he had great fucking movies.
He does. But I love his story. I love Stephen King's story. I'm from Maine. I love his story. The dude grew up on a house. I think he had like 7 siblings. Dirt floor. That's how poor he was. Dirt fucking floor. And he fell in love with books. You know why? Because they're basically free.
Yeah,
Great story. But then he became this hardcore leftist political guy.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying his bodies of work aren't still excellent.
Yeah.
It takes away from it for me,
Do you still listen to Michael Jackson music?
No.
No?
I don't know that I ever did.
No? What?
We need to listen to it. Like put it on like put it in my phone and be like, hey,
I'm being devil's advocate here, but
if it came on the radio, would I listen to it? Sure. But do I seek it out? No.
I definitely put on some Mike.
He's got some great music.
Fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, I never said he didn't.
I know, but does it make you feel a little weird?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's my point. So how are you any different than me? You just said you like his music, but you feel a little weird.
But
I feel the same way about watching movies.
Yeah, but you said you don't watch them.
For the most part, I watch them if it's the girl wants to go see it, or she's an Elvis fan. We went to see Elvis for movies the other day. I liked it. She liked it. The couple we went with kind of were like making fun of it the whole time, so it was kind of hard to get into it because they were.
Why didn't they like it?
They just weren't taking it serious, so it kind of took away from it a little bit. But
was it a serious movie or no?
Yeah, it's a pretty serious movie. Yeah. So, but she's such an Elvis fan, and
the girl.
Yeah, that's her era.
Said, what?
Frank Sinatra, Elvis. She loves like all that old stuff.
But she didn't think the guy did it justice?
No, she thought it was good. It just took the couple we were with weren't into it.
Oh,
we should have gone. We should have gone just with us,
Yeah.
So it took a little bit away from it, but yeah. So that's the last movie I went to see was Elvis. You? What's the last movie you went to see?
Oh my God, probably my kids. Probably something with my kids. Maverick. Top Gun is probably the last movie
I saw that too.
That was fucking phenomenal, bro.
And listen. So talking about what we were talking about, there was a point in time where Tom Cruise seemingly was pretty. I don't know if political is the right word. He was very into
crazy.
Yeah, he was very into talking about. Well, listen, what he was talking about kind of turned out to be true. He was talking about Big Pharma, right? Back in the day, kind of turned out to be true.
But you know exactly what he was talking about. He was talking about how like SSRIs are no good and this and that, and it doesn't. There's no such thing as a chemical imbalance. Remember he said that?
Yes.
And they just came out and said, yes, it's true. Correct. There's no fucking such. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, and the guy that was interviewing him,
Matt Lauer,
was kind of giving him the business, kind of being a dick to him.
Yeah.
And he took an incredible amount of criticism for that, an incredible amount, and he kind of just stopped being whatever you want to call it.
He never got canceled.
Yeah, he never, but he stopped doing it. That's why.
Yeah.
So I'm still a Tom Cruise fan. You know what I mean? Like he kind of just does his own thing behind the scenes now.
He's a strange bird.
He's a Scientologist, right?
They say he's a strange fucking bird.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He married Katie Holmes, right? And they had a kid.
Mm-hmm. And they're not divorced. They're divorced now.
Pretty quickly after, but I'm sure Katie.
I heard a lot of rumors and shit about that, right?
Isn't she with? I thought she
was with Jamie Foxx at one point.
I heard that, right?
I don't know if they still are.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I don't know, man. I'm into movies. I don't watch them as much as I used to.
Like what? What action?
Drama.
Anything.
The Town. Great movie.
Great movie.
What's the movie with The Departed? Fuck, bro, that's a phenomenal
Great movie.
You know?
Yeah.
Forrest Gump, even that's one of the best movies ever.
If Jesse Holt was here right now and you said Forrest Gump, he would go on a whole fucking rant.
I don't even know. Like you don't.
I don't believe that.
All we know is conspiracies about it.
Right.
But it's weird though.
That's not my take on it. I'm not saying these guys are drinking adrenochrome, all that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they're it's just Hollywood all seems to be in that same basket of if you're not with them, they judge you so harshly and think you're such a piece of shit. Yeah. Fuck you, I don't need you.
I don't know if they do. There's definitely some that are outspoken and say this stuff, but you don't ever hear Tom Hanks talking anything political. You don't hear this.
Trashed Trump. Trashed him.
Did he?
Yes.
How so? Yeah?
Pull it up. Yeah.
Pull it up. I mean, I believe you, bro. Yeah. They need to keep that. Maybe they I think if they're a public figure, maybe. I mean, I don't know. That's their right to say whatever the fuck they want.
It is their right.
You know?
It's also my right to, not.
But you're not gonna watch. You're not gonna like. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not taking it to that extreme.
Yeah.
He comes out with a great movie that I'm into.
But you watch. He was. Then I would watch. Wasn't he in Elvis?
Yeah, he was.
How was he?
Played the manager. I didn't even realize it was him at first. He plays this big fat guy.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, he was good. Listen, he's a great actor. I'm not saying he's not a great actor.
Yeah,
he's a great actor.
I think they need to do
Forrest Gump was great.
Forrest Gump too, bro. They do, because they think about it. Like in that movie, right? He went from like Elvis being in Elvis, like he was taught Elvis how to do that. Then he was in Vietnam. Right. Then he met Kennedy. He met Nixon. Yeah. He was in he
very well written.
He fucking gave his girl AIDS. You know what I mean? He was through it all, right? Mm-hmm. They could have that. They could have that thing.
Wait, he gave his girl AIDS?
She got AIDS. I'm joking. But like, they can come out with a movie and now like he lived the Desert Storm, Corona. You know what I mean? Like you fucking be associated with that. They could probably do that.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Oh, you know what I seen? Did you ever see The Christmas Story? You were gonna shoot your eye.
The original. Yeah.
Well, there's only one.
Has it been remade? I thought it was remade. No, never. Okay.
Not that I know of. Maybe it has. Yeah. Not that I know of.
Yeah, the BB gun. You got the Red Rider.
Red Rider. Okay. Yeah. Well, they're coming out. Did you? Okay. When did that movie take place? Supposed to take place? Do you know what? Do you know when?
Early '80s. I don't know.
No, that's when it came out. But when it was supposed to, what it was depicting?
No clue.
The 40s.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, no way. I was like, it had to be the 80s. But then, do you remember when the decoder ring? He was listening to a radio. They didn't even have a fucking TV at the time. All right, in that movie. Yeah. So anyway, they're coming out with a sequel and it's Ralphie. Ralphie's the kid who's like the narrating it.
Yeah.
In the 70s, 30 years later, with his own kids. I'll watch it.
You've seen previews for that?
I've seen a preview for it, yeah.
No shit.
I mean, I'll watch it just for nostalgia. I don't know how good it'll be.
Right. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not saying I won't go watch something. I'm just saying it's not really the things that I like watching now don't really have much to do with mainstream movies. I enjoy watching documentary stuff and.
I like that stuff too. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. I like that stuff too. I probably don't watch as many. Honestly, I really don't watch movies at home that much because who the fuck has 2 hours to sit on the couch? Yeah. Like I'll go to the movies and watch a movie. I love going to the movies. That's something I like.
I used to love it. I don't anymore.
Why?
Just not into it anymore. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I love the fucking
When
movies.
I was a kid, there was nothing I would rather do. It was a magical time to go to Milbridge movie theater.
Yeah, dude. I feel like that's great. Magical. It's still great.
I want it to be magical for my kids, so I'll still do it for them. I'll I'll walk through the pits of hell for my kid, but for me, I'm not into it.
I don't know. I am. I think going we're gonna lose it. We're gonna lose it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know now. Today, I don't know how movie theaters make a go of it. The amount of overhead, the size of these places, the overhead.
Well, that's what they're shutting down, right?
The infrastructure inside, the chairs, the massage chairs, all this, and then sometimes you go to a movie, there'll be 8 people in there. I'm like, how do they afford this building? I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know how they do that. I mean, we used to, I think, how many movie theaters we had in Toms River? A lot. Now there's only one.
Yeah.
We had the one in the mall. We had Seacourt. There used to be Dover theaters. Remember that one? Mm-hmm. And then there was also one by Grand Union Mall by like Retro Fitness, and then the Marquee one. Now the Marquee's the only one left.
What is I know you already know mine. What's your favorite movie of all time that you've ever seen?
Oh, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't do just one favorite.
Who's your favorite actor?
I don't know. I think.
And
I'll say top few.
Does what I'm talking about, the fact that they get so political and
affect my judgment or stuff? I try not to look at it like that. Yeah.
You don't, because they judge you. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
If they knew your thought process, they would absolutely judge you.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
You don't care? It doesn't make you.
No, because I mean, I don't look at like. I think with Tom Hanks, you know, and I didn't know he said that about that guy. I don't try to pay attention to that shit.
Yeah.
But like favorite actor, Leonardo DiCaprio is probably gonna be up there.
Yeah.
Denzel Washington's got to be up there.
I would say like Robert De Niro, but
I don't know.
It takes away from him for me because he's so political.
But I don't know if he's great, but I don't know how great he is.
Why?
I just feel like he plays the same role. Plays the same role all the time.
Well, I mean, usually he's that very leading man, strong actor, but he's done like Meet the Fockers where he plays a funny guy.
Yeah, that was fun. That was good. That's kind of like, honestly, now, especially now, he comes out, he's in thousands of movies. Like, he don't give a fuck. He's just trying to catch a check.
Yeah, well, that's true. What's the one where he played the fucking psycho that hung on underneath the car, the family car?
Cape Fear.
Bro, great movie.
Fucking great.
Great fucking movie.
Is that Stephen King too? Cape Fear?
I don't think so, but I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, that was a great movie. He did phenomenal in that movie.
That was great.
Yeah, you're right. And
the daughter in that was really good too.
Dreyfus. No. Lewis. Right?
Yes,
Rachel.
Something Day-Lewis. No, that's
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, Daniel. You said Lewis. I don't know.
He's a great actor too, though. Yeah. Daniel Day-Lewis.
What's the girl's name?
Who are you talking about?
The girl in Cape Fear. She's the daughter. The daughter. She's in a movie with Woody Harrelson.
I thought Lewis.
What's the movie with Woody Harrelson where they're fucking mass murderers? You know what I'm talking about? The movie with Woody Harrelson, mass murderers. And they fucking go around killing everybody.
Yeah, with the shotguns. Yeah. Yep. Shit, I can't think of the name of it, but I know.
What, Juliette Lewis?
Yeah, I knew there was a Lewis in it.
And what's that movie that I'm talking about? Woody Harrelson now. Fuck. That movie's a great movie. Where they go and kill, they're going on a murdering spree.
They literally
Juliette Lewis and Woody Harrelson. And who's in it? Iron Man's in it. Robert Downey Jr. is like he's like the 2020 reporter. You know what I'm talking about? He goes into the jail when the jail has a riot.
I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on the name of it. I can totally picture it, but
it sounds like something killers. Like I'm gonna look for it.
Great movie. Anyway, Woody Harrelson's a great actor.
He is good too. He is very good. There's a lot of good actors out there, though, I think.
Oh yeah, for sure.
How the fuck why can't I find this?
Yeah, it's shitty service down here.
Well, you must not be on the Natural Born Killers. There you go.
That's it.
Yeah. White Man Can't Jump, he was in. Yeah, he's good too, man. He was great. You went to TV series at all?
Something. I mean,
you ever see the one True Detective he was in with Matthew McConaughey?
Mm-mm.
That was a great fucking show.
I don't think I saw it.
Yeah, really good. I like those. Those are probably my favorite ones. Those type of shows because it's one season. You know what I mean? Like, and you finish it.
Yeah. I just watched a movie. It was an older movie.
You know who's a good actor? Sam Rockwell. He's a good actor too.
What's he in?
He's in Green Mile. He's the crazy one in Green Mile.
Yeah,
remember the one?
Yeah.
But top Hanks, he's a fucking great
Jack Nicholson.
actor. Jack Nicholson's a great actor.
Jack Nicholson.
But he's a little bit before our time. I
don't think I have anything bad to say about Jack Nicholson as far as I know.
Bro, The Shining.
So good,
man. Yeah. I think acting is got to be one of the hardest things to do. To be Leonardo DiCaprio, like he's fucking phenomenal, man. You watch Wolf of Wall Street, and then you watch Django, and then he could play so many different. He put What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
First movie ever, yeah.
I don't know, this first ever.
I think that was his first movie, no?
Yeah, He was mad young.
Yeah.
He was in
handicap guy.
What's that TV show Kirk Cameron was in? That's how he started.
Growing Pains?
Growing Pains. Growing Pains. Yeah. That's the show he first started on, I think.
No shit.
We're going to see you in a movie soon or what?
No.
You never know, dude. You say no, you have this attitude, it's going to be no.
It's not something I aspire to do. I've never aspired to be an actor.
Why?
It's not
I never did either, but yeah. I mean, you would.
If an opportunity presented itself like it did for you and I to be in something and it came up, you'd be an idiot to pass on it. You have to seize every opportunity in life, but I'm not seeking it out. You know what I mean? I'm not chasing it down or chasing after.
Let's say you had a little bit of an opportunity that you had to chase out, would you?
What do you mean by a little bit of an opportunity? If there was a casting call?
Like there's something that you could do, but you got to put a little effort in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think
if you think there's an option,
you got to put a little effort into anything anyway. But I'm not going on casting calls in New York City. No, I'm not doing that. No, definitely not. Are you? After your career's over?
No, probably not.
Out of the Furnace, that's the name of the movie. It's an older movie. I think it came out in maybe the mid 90s or whatever. But Woody Harrelson was in it. I just watched it recently. I'd never seen it before, only because part of it takes place in the Ramapo Mountains here in New Jersey, and it's about like kind of an inbred tribe of Indians that supposedly really exists to this day
that live in New Jersey.
Yeah, they're called the Jackson Whites.
Really? Are they? Yeah. They're Indians.
They're
Native American.
Native Americans, but supposedly there's like inbreeding. A lot of them are albino. I mean, there's all these kind of rumors. I don't know. They live in like down a dirt road in their own neighborhood that the police won't even go down. Supposedly.
Right.
I mean, people from up there say it's true, and they, and then I hear other people say I went to school with one and he was normal. You hear all these stories. A lot of old wives' tales there. I remember when I first started dating the girl, she was telling me about it, scared to death of them, saying I know people that have gone down the road, they chase them out with guns, and it's like lawless in there. There's one way in, one way out. So she's like, I know where it is. Let's go up. So we just started dating, full piss and vinegar and adventure, right? You want to like.
Boy, is this an Indian reservation? No, there's no Indian reservation in Jersey, right?
No, it's just a
town,
little dumpy town in the woods down a dirt road, I guess, from what my understanding. But she said she knew where it was, and it's 2.5 hours up north. And one night she's like, let's go. You don't dare go in there. I was like, I'll drive in there. The fuck, it's not the Wild West. They're not gonna fucking shoot me and string me. What am I doing? Driving down a road? I'm not going to knock on a door. I'm driving down a road, right? It's fucking. She's like, I'm telling you, the state won't go down it. The police won't go down it. So we go, right? She tells me she knows exactly where it is. We go. We kind of wind up, kind of like through the mountain or whatever. And we get to the end, and it turns into like it's not a dead end, but it turns into like this really tight road. She's like, it's up there. I'm not going. I'm like, I didn't just drive 2.5 hours and I'll do this. So we drove here. We got to go. We're doing this. You know what I mean? She's like, I'm scared. And it was really like, I was like a little nervous about taking my Jeep up, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to turn around, if there's a place out here. I don't even know that it was the road, right? So
we're just on some road.
Yeah. So she's like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm too scared. I'm scared. She's like, you don't understand, Roger. They'll kill you. They'll do. She's making all this shit up in her head, right? Because now we're in the middle of the woods, right? And there are a few houses on this road, but the end of it turns to a dirt road. So she's like, take me back to the beginning of the road and just drop me off, and I'll hang out in front of there was no stores, there was nothing around, no gas station or whatever. I dropped her off in front of a house that looked safe, and she hid in the bushes on the front lawn, right? I was like, I'm here. I'm driving up there. So I did. I drove, and I'm not gonna lie. I was a little nervous. I was a little nervous, but I started driving up the road, and I got to a chain, and it said keep out, and there really wasn't a place to turn around. I kind of turned around, and then I lied to her. I told her, oh yeah, I fucking drove like a mile up in there. It was fucking crazy. I just made up some bullshit. I never actually saw anything, but there was
I wonder what was past that chain.
I don't know.
Do people live in there?
I don't know. I never saw anything, but I definitely made some shit up but I was a little. I mean, if I lived back in Maine, I would have been strapped to the nines, had fucking 12 guns in the car. I'm in Jersey. You can't even defend yourself around here, so I didn't have anything. You know what I mean? So
fucking bow and arrow or something. I was a little nervous because I didn't have any. I didn't even have a pocket knife because you'll go to prison for the rest of your life in New Jersey if you defend yourself. Oh yeah,
I don't know about a pocket knife, but yeah, what is it?
I think I don't know,
size 6 inches or something. Yeah. Yeah, so when I saw the chain, I was like, I was a little relieved.
Yeah. Oh, thank God.
So.
Well, do you see that movie? There's a TV show that's on Netflix right now that's getting a lot of. It's like The Watcher.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's a real story of Westfield.
We started watching it because the girl was
Is
like,
it good?
No, I didn't think it was good because she always says. Danielle thinks like if something says based on a true story, she thinks that everything that happens in the movie happened. I'm like, no, it just means that it's very, 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 very loosely based on some things that happened. She's like, no, this happened. So we started watching it. First of all, I always research it. Like when she tells me something, I research the shit out of the story and try to get all the facts, and then I watch the movie, which kind of ruins it for me. I probably shouldn't do that. But we didn't finish it. We got a good way through it, but then there was things happening during it where I'm like, there's no fucking way. If that actually happened, and you want me to tell you some of the things? I don't ruin it. You gonna watch it?
Yeah, don't tell me.
Yeah, there was things that were happening in it where any normal family in the world would have been gone that day.
Yeah.
Would have been gone. There's not a family in the world, not one. I don't care what anybody says. That would have been like, I'll just blow that off. No big deal. I'll stay.
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Well, they got to make it watchable, and entertaining, and all that.
But even researching the facts, that stuff didn't happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
So.
But dude, you know that house in Westfield, like people are trying to buy it all the
neighbors
time.
are going nuts. Yeah.
I remember when I was a junior. Yeah, I was going into my senior year, so I was a junior. Going into my senior year summer. That's when the Blair Witch Project came out, and I remember me, a buddy of mine, and two girls we were dating at the time went and watched it. And I'm watching this, and when I was watching it, they said it was a true story. It's real, right? I'm like, I thought it was real footage. I'm like, and I remember watching this. I'm like, how the fuck did that? It was in the woods in Maryland, right? I'm like, how did they not sending SWAT teams out there? What the fuck is going on? Yeah. Then I'm sitting, I'm like, and it really fucked with me because I'm like, dude, this is crazy. How is this real? And then we went back to this chick's house and we're sitting there hanging out, and a news story came on. They were talking about how it's fake or fake. I'm like, are you kidding me? Thank God. I was like, I was actually happy. It was fucking fake.
Yeah. No, that was a movie that actually freaked me out, growing up in the woods. And, because to me, the scariest thing is shit you don't see, right? It's always shit you don't see. The Paranormal Activity movies actually freak me out a little bit. Freddy Krueger doesn't freak me out at all.
Yeah, because
Jason doesn't freak me out. None of that freaks me out at all because, you can see them, you can fight back, you can probably kill them, whatever, even though they don't die, whatever.
Freddy's in your dream.
You know what you're up against, right? Well, yeah, but there's a way to kill him, right? You bring him back to the fucking fire. But the shit you don't see that just fucks with your mind leaves your imagination to just go wild.
And also, I don't know, I'm not saying I'm not really, I don't know. I'm not like Jesse, right? I'm like a touch and feel it guy.
Right.
I think you are too.
Yeah.
But it is somewhat plausible. You hear these stories and it's freaky, and that's definitely I think I remember I heard a family member was like, oh yeah, we lived in this house and one time we came down and all the cabinets were open. Like, really? What's that fucking crazy? Did it really happen? No, I don't know. But the fact that that's creepy. Yeah. That's kind of what you're talking about.
Paranormal activity stuff freaks me out because you never actually see anything.
Right.
Even on the security camera footage, when you see shit and babies getting
falling
picked up,
stuff,
there's nothing there doing it. It's just, it's the crazy part, And even when they put baby powder on the floor or something, you see the footprints of the fucking demon, but you never see the demon.
Yeah, but is that real? Is it real?
No, I don't. I don't believe it's real. But the thing with the woods, and again, growing up in the woods, I spent a lot of time in the woods as a kid, a lot of times out at camp, and 10-year-old kid in the middle of 120 acres of woods. Nearest house was 3/4 of a mile away, and shit fucks with you that you can't see. You know what I mean? So when I see something like the Blair Witch Project, that should freak me out a little bit. Dude, I was like, because you never actually saw anything.
No, that was a great, dude.
It was great.
That was now that you know it's a movie, that was a great idea, right?
Well done.
And it was done with a camcorder.
It was with
a shitty camcorder, right?
$10,000-$20,000 budget or something like that. A bunch of college kids, I think.
Yeah.
They redid another one after that. It was nowhere near as good. Nowhere near.
Well, because you knew what was up.
Right. Yeah, the gig was up. But
what was another movie that I saw that was pretty good? Oh, I was young. This kind of, I don't remember. The Ring. Was The Ring? What year did that come out?
Yeah, again, The Ring didn't scare me that much because you could see. It was freaky, but
freaky,
it was on the same level as Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you ever watch scary movies though? I watch scary movies. I'm like, dude, why the fuck am I watching this thing? You know what I mean?
So speaking of Freddy Krueger, we were a foster family when I was a kid. When I was maybe like 8-10 years old, my parents, I think it was because my sister and I fought so bad. My parents thought it would be a good idea to become a foster family, which essentially a foster family is a temporary family. You know, you never have a kid. Although Joe, I still call him my brother to this day, lived with us for 10 years. You know what I mean? But he was the second foster kid that came and lived with us. The first girl that lived with us might have lived with us for 2 or 3 months. She got back with her family. So then this kid, Joe, I think he was 9 years old when he came to live with us. He was from Massachusetts. Mother was murdered.
What?
Murdered.
How? I mean, over what? Over?
I think she was a crackhead, probably prostitute, and found her in a building like she'd been dead for days and just decaying, and in an old abandoned building. And father was nowhere around, and he got put in the system, and he came to live with us at 9 years old. And it's fucking weird, bro. It was an adjustment period. Like, I didn't like him at first because I'm like, this kid started calling my parents, mom and dad, like in 3 days or 2 days, and I'm like, this fucking kid ain't my brother. And then, bro, by a year in, he was my brother.
Yeah,
bro. This kid was my brother.
Yeah,
I love this kid. He died, but he overdosed. But anyway, a few years back, maybe 5 years ago, something like that, 6 years ago. So anyway, long story short, he was like 40 when he OD'd. But anyway, where was I going with this? Oh, we would watch scary movies back then, and he was absolutely mortified, terrified of Freddy Krueger. Fucking terrified.
Really?
Terrified. Had nightmares. So listen to this. We're kids, right? This is back when tapes, cassettes were out, right? And I had a cassette player.
Are they called cassettes? VHS.
No. That's to watch a movie, to listen to radio. Not radio, to listen to music.
Yeah, like a cassette tape.
Okay, slide it in, push it shut, right?
Yeah.
Remember the Walkmans you put on your arm?
Yep.
Well, I had like a boombox in my room. Joe and I shared a room. My sister was on the other side. Occasionally, she would have a foster girl. I remember this girl, Vicky, lived with her for a while, whatever. They were kind of in and out. We probably had like 4 or 5 kids that lived with us. Joe lived with us for 10 plus years, though. So he became like a fixture. He had nowhere to go. He had no family to go back to, right? So we had bunk beds. Joe was on the top bunk, I was on the bottom bunk, and we'd listen to music at night. My mom was very regimented, right? My mom would make us go to bed 9 o'clock at night, school night, sleeping, lights out, didn't want to hear any noise. Heard any noise, she'd come up, quiet down, knock it out. My mom would bang, like my mom was like that. My mom fucking ran a tight ship. But we were allowed to listen to the radio. We could listen to the radio, right? So whatever the tape was, I don't remember what the tape was. Let's say it was AC/DC, right? Mm-hmm. Do you remember every cassette player, right, had a play button and a record button? And if you get a blank tape and you wanted to record, you'd hit them both at the same time. Yep. But you couldn't do it on a bought cassette because it had like a little blocker. But if you push really hard, it would snap that thing, and you could record over. So I got this bright idea one night that in the middle of the night, I'd play AC/DC, but before we went to bed, I'd record it over it. 1, 2, right in the middle of a song. 1, 2, Freddy's after you. 3, 4, better lock your door. 5, 6, grab a crucifix. 7, 8, better stay up late. I recorded that in the middle of like fucking AC/DC, so I ruined the cassette. But to me, it was worth it to fuck with this kid, right? Because I was always fucking with Joe, right? So I did it, and I'm playing it, and I can't crank it loud, but it's dead quiet. It's fucking, it's probably like 11 o'clock at night. We were talking a little bit, and I'm playing it kind of low, and I know it's coming, so I'm like, you know what I mean? He's like right on the edge of going to sleep or whatever, and that shit comes on, bro. He had a full fucking blown panic attack. Came flying out of fucking bed, crying hysterically, ran downstairs, told my mother. I got in so much fucking trouble, bro.
Yo, that's great.
Yeah.
Wow, that's funny.
Yeah. So Freddy Krueger scared the fuck out of him, but didn't really scare me that bad.
I remember as a kid, I had to be 5, dude. I was fucking young because, I was like 5. And I would watch, my dad used to let me watch fucking crazy movies, I feel like. Because I remember watching Exorcist, and that scared the fuck out of me, bro. Because to me, that could happen, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if it could happen, but I mean,
it's realistic.
It's somewhat realistic. Yeah. I mean, you hear about people literally getting, possessed, and growing up as a Catholic kid. You know what I mean? Like I was like, holy shit, that scared the piss out of me. Bro.
I'm in agreement with you on that. Yeah, for sure. That seems to me, because you hear of it like exorcisms actually exist. There's drawings of it. There's fucking I don't know about pictures, but it's documented within the church, right?
Right.
So yeah, totally, I'm with you on that. That would scare the shit out of me. But yeah, I mean, I never was scared of Freddy Krueger. I shouldn't say not scared. It freaked me out a little bit, but never had nightmares over it. But I remember, again, I was a little kid. I was in grammar school for sure, and my friend Jeff Strout came over and spent the night. He asked, his parents if he could come over, and my mom said it was all right. Yeah, he could come over. So we rented. This is back when you had the old. They weren't even VHS. They were those big disc fucking ones that you slide in. I don't know what they're called. We rented those. We went to Big John's, rented them. You know what I mean? We were in a little town, so we didn't have Blockbuster. It was just like a fucking guy named Big John that rented these things. And we rented Cujo. And we watched it, and I can remember, and Jeff was like the toughest kid I know. This kid was fucking tough, bro. He was like fucking just, came from a tough family, just a tough dude. Fucking, even as a kid, I can remember, like, I don't fuck with Jeff, but I was friends with him. He was a hunter. He was, as a kid, a little kid, 10-year-old, he was hunting bobcats, fucking bears. He was fucking wild, man. Tough. Well, bro, he got scared watching fucking Cujo, and we're sitting on the couch. My dad and my mom are watching it with us, and we're sitting. And I was scared. I can remember like pulling the blankets over my eyes. A couple of those scenes, bro. He fucking vomits everywhere watching. Pukes everywhere because he gave himself an upset stomach watching this fucking thing. My mom had to drive him home.
Wow,
yeah,
little bitch.
Yeah, no. He's still a good friend of mine to this day. I just talked to him.
Dude, what dog was Cujo? What was it?
St. Bernard.
It was a St. Bernard.
Got bit on the nose by a bat, sticking his head down chased a rabbit down a hole in the ground. Stephen King movie. Stephen King.
Yeah.
Stuck his head in a hole, and a bat bit him on the nose, gave him rabies, and he went rabid and became this fucking killer.
Wow, yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember the scene where they're in the car.
Yeah, can't get out, right? Yeah, car won't start or something. Yeah. The woman, she's like sweating to death because it's so hot in there. They're like baking. Yeah.
Stephen King, I read a few of his books, but Shining's amazing story, amazing book.
I'm not taking anything away from that guy's body of work.
Yeah, he's whatever. Let's not even talk about that guy.
Yeah.
Fuck him. But his work is amazing. But Dr. Sleep,
never saw it,
dude. You got to read it first. It's his book, and then he made a movie of it.
Okay.
The movie just came out actually, probably a couple years ago. Jude Law's in it, I think. But it's pretty much Danny Torrance, from Shining, grown up, right? And he still has The Shining, but like he telepathically talked to a girl that has a really bright Shining, and people are trying to come get his shine. Like there's a group of people trying to steal the shine from this girl.
I'm interested in seeing
Dude,
that.
the book was fucking phenomenal, and it was crazy. Is he wrote The Shining in the 70s, I think, right? Stephen King. He wrote this book in like 2013.
Wow.
And dude, you can't tell there was 50 years apart. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, that guy's body of work and the amount of great shit he's put out is like so impressive. But he had one. I feel like it's always the case when people, you can't get everything. Like, you can't nail it. He had one, do you remember it was called Land of the Langoliers?
I've heard about that.
I couldn't get into it. They made it into a movie. I didn't read the book, but they made it into a movie. They're like stranded in an airport, I remember. And then there's this weird thing that like moved.
I do remember that.
It's weird, but I didn't get into it at all. And I'm like, this is Stephen King. Usually his shit is so good.
What's wild is Green Mile, Stephen King.
I know.
You know what I mean? That's crazy. Or even like Stand By Me. Like that's not even like, that's so crazy that those are his.
Yep. I don't want to badmouth anybody. I don't like badmouthing people. So I listen, the guy is just phenomenal in every way. I just wish some people wouldn't get political. That's all.
Yeah. Well,
and I guess maybe there's a lot of people that love that he's political. Obviously, the people that don't side with me and my points of view probably love the guy even more. You know what I mean? So, but I'm not knocking his body of work in any way.
Yeah. No. Didn't he have he released some stuff under another name too? Didn't he?
Probably. I don't know.
I think he did.
Yeah. I know a few. Well, I was gonna say a few years back.
His son writes. Is his son writer?
Does he? I don't know.
I think so.
A number of years ago, he got hit by a car. I think he was biking or walking near his house. He lives in Bangor. I think he was biking maybe, and some fucking lady creamed him and damn near killed him.
Really?
Yeah, he got all fucked up. I think he's still kind of fucked up from it.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah. Misery. That's him too.
Great movie, man. That was a great one.
Yeah. With James Caan and Kathy Bates.
Kathy Bates.
Yeah.
What does she say? This might hurt a little bit when she starts fucking smashing his knees with a.
God.
Doesn't she?
That's
she gives him a piece of wood.
Yeah.
Says bite down on this or something.
That's kind of creepy because that could happen.
She was his biggest fan. Yeah.
That could happen.
Yeah. Yeah, great movie.
Who's a good female actress?
Good female. That's a good question. I don't know her name. Who's the girl? She's in a lot, but she's in American Horror Story. And again, I thought she was such a phenomenal actor.
Wait, the older lady?
No, she's younger. She's been in like all of them. She's always like, I always say, she always whispers in all the Americans.
Blonde hair?
Reddish hair. But she's such a liberal.
Is she?
But she's a great actress.
Sarah,
I don't know it. I remember saying, my God, she's a phenomenal actor, and then Sarah Paulson, yeah. She's really a great actor.
Wait, is that the one that she's blonde? She's blonde or something,
She got
right?
strawberry hair? Like, isn't she kind of reddish a little bit?
Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah. She is a great actor, though. Really good actor.
Yeah.
She's been in a lot of stuff. How about for you?
I don't know, man. It's tough. I mean, I just can't come to my head, but I'm sure there's definitely. I'm trying to think. Who is I don't know. I'm bad with that. Kate Blanchett, is that it?
Kate Blanchett. She was
No, I don't know.
Wasn't Kate Blanchett in
Marissa Tomei.
Oh, Marissa Tomei was great.
She was a good actor.
She was great.
Actress.
Yeah. My Cousin Vinny.
My Cousin Vinny, yeah.
Yep.
Juliette Lewis, she's actually pretty good too. She
is good.
Yeah.
She's more into bands now. She's got her own band. She's pretty into that scene now.
Yeah.
Was Kate? I'm gonna get this wrong, and you're gonna fucking go off your fucking chair and freak out. But wasn't Kate Blanchett in the movie? Matt Damon, and she played the love interest. He met her at the bar when he spit on the window, or said, "You like apples? How you like them?"
No,
apples?
that's Minnie Driver.
Minnie Driver.
Minnie Driver.
Yes, yeah. I knew you would correct me. I was wrong.
Yeah,
I get them all wrong.
She's all right.
No, she's not on the level of Kate Blanchett. That's for sure. But
she's in a lot, right? Kate Blanchett.
She's in a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. But there you go. We're talking about movies, bro.
Yeah. Got nothing for women actresses?
I mean, I'm sure I know thousands of them. I'm just even like when you ask me actors, I'm like, Bruce Willis. I thought he used to be really good.
Yeah, he's suffering from some odd.
He's got aphasia or something.
Some odd.
But it's
disease.
like he's gonna die.
Yeah.
You know, it's like supposedly a really bad one.
Yeah,
how does that happen, dude? You know, guy with all that money. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
it's luck of the draw.
Yeah, I think that there's just some things that doesn't matter how much money you got.
But he was great in Sixth Sense.
He was really good. Sixth Sense, all the Die Hards.
Die Hards are fucking awesome.
Oh, great.
John McClane. Mel Gibson. I think he's a good fucking actor, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Braveheart. What?
Mm-hmm.
Freedom. I just read somehow like they said what they did to the real William Wallace. They fucking. I don't know. They had hung him, like strung him up, quartered him.
Took 4 corners of the earth, right?
Yeah,
They took his
cornered him, cut his dick off, let him bleed out, and then they just fucking literally skinned him, and then took 4 and literally quartered him, you know, and hung parts of his body all around the city.
Yeah.
Fuck. It's nuts.
Yeah. Literally, it's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm a documentary guy now. I say documentaries. I guess they're not all documentary guys that have YouTube shows
how do you watch YouTube
stuff.
On what?
On my TV?
TV. Yeah. See, I don't do that. I should do that.
I'm on YouTube 90% of the time.
Yeah.
I'm not on Netflix anymore.
No?
I mean, I will. If something good comes on, I'll watch it, but...
You still didn't see the Dahmer thing?
Nope.
You won't watch it?
No, I'll watch it. I just haven't yet.
It's long. It's too long. It doesn't need to be as many episodes as it is.
Like I said, I watched The Watcher, or got through probably over half of it, and it wasn't as good as I thought it would be.
Yeah, so you don't want to continue.
So I'm not really dying to watch the rest of it.
documentary. You see that one, The Octopus Friend or something?
Yep.
Did you watch that?
Yep.
Is it good?
Yep.
So I seen it the other day. I was watching.
It's just a good story about, really gives you insight about the intellect of an octopus and how really profoundly smart they are. You know, like how it survives in a world that's really doesn't really have a lot of defense. Its defense is its brain. It's so smart it can, mimic different things.
I mean, yeah,
it's highly intelligent.
Yeah. Does it have a brain?
Yeah. What
I mean, I know, but like how big of a fucking brain does it have? It can't be that big.
Oh, I don't.
Right?
I don't know how big its brain is.
Did you ever see a dolphin's brain?
Well, they say dolphin next to an orca, right? Is one of the most intelligent things in the ocean.
I think it's kind of the same thing, right? They're both.
I don't know. I think the orca is probably the most intelligent thing in the ocean. No,
I don't know. I think dolphins are right there with them.
Yeah.
I don't know
where an octopus stands up next to those.
Yeah, but you ever, I just seen it to someone. They put the picture of the brain of a dolphin up, and the brain of a fucking shark. The shark brain looks like 2 testicles. It's so fucking tiny.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, they really only do one thing, right? They pretty much
destroy.
Yeah. You don't see them having fun.
But
you see dolphins being very social.
Yeah.
Often.
Yeah.
You don't see sharks being social. I know. Ever.
Well, and dolphins, they don't. I guess that's why they don't get fucked with sharks, because sharks are dumb as fuck. They're probably like, you're fucking stupid, bro.
You see, Joe Rogan had a comedy skit. He's like, I got fucking stoned one time, and I went out fishing with my buddies, and I'm watching these dolphins, and he has this whole skit. Joe Rogan's fucking hysterical. You said acting. You think being an actor is hard? I think stand-up comedy. I agree. Which is why I had such respect for you going out and do that, fucking having no pedigree or history in it at all. I give you a lot of props for doing that, bro. That takes balls. But he had a whole skit on it. But he said, think about it. No dolphin ever, at any point in time ever, that I can think of, has ever taken bait on a hook and fucking, you never hear any fisherman say, I caught a dolphin.
Yeah,
they eat fish. Why is that?
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right. So they're fucking smart.
They do get them in nets, but, they don't get them on hooks.
Accidentally.
Accidentally, yeah.
Yeah, no, because you're right, because they're fucking smart.
Right.
But people catch sharks all the time.
All the time.
Because they see food.
Yeah, they just program one way.
And an orca never killed a human in the wild. Ever.
Only in SeaWorld. Yep.
Which they probably deserve it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to see. I don't know. That's a rough statement, but I don't support SeaWorld at all. And when I was a kid, I loved it. I thought it was great. I don't support it at all. I wouldn't. Listen, I can't control what my ex does. If she wants to take them, I'm not going to be like, fucking don't take them. She's got every right to do whatever she wants. I ain't taking them. I wouldn't take them.
I even have a problem with zoos a little bit.
Yeah, kind of. I take my kids to Popcorn
especially
Park.
Well, that's so different because it's like a sanctuary.
A rehab center, yeah. But,
and they don't have like fucking, they have like simple animals. When you go past the chimpanzee fucking thing, like that's creepy, man. Like, these guys look like us. You know what I mean? Like, they're fucking locked in a thing.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And especially like, well, obviously chimps are fucking smart. We know they're smart.
Right.
But dolphins and orcas, they're smart as fuck. They have a language that we can't even decipher.
That's why they should not be in captivity.
That's what I'm saying.
No great white shark has ever lived. They just don't live in captivity.
Really?
Tons of people have tried to. Some sharks will live. Usually smaller sharks, lemon sharks.
Ace Ventura had one.
Yeah, there was another movie too. What was the movie? It was a comedy, but fuck, I can't think of the name of it. Anyway, they went to his office and he had a great white in there, but never in real life.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He had to go to Mexico and fucking get a bunch of drugs.
Ted,
what's her name from Friends was in it?
Yeah, Jennifer Aniston. Yeah,
I can't think of the name of it. Anyway, long story short, he had one. You remember he was like a billionaire or whatever. But in real life, people, because let's think about it, it's the most exotic thing ever. It'd be so cool to have one in captivity, right? Even though they're endangered species, I don't think as
great whites are dangerous.
I don't think I call one, bro. I don't think as a private owner or but I think there's been a number of exhibits that have tried and they don't live. They just do not live in captivity.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I wonder why.
Yeah, I call it when we went sharking. This is maybe 5 years ago. I went out with my buddies. Let's go shark fishing. He's like, I'm going to tell you right now, it's a lot of fun if you catch them. But a lot of days, you'll go the whole day and you'll just sit out there and, you attach your line to a balloon. just fucking let it float, and you chunk and you chum and you get a blood bag and all, and he's like, but you could go fucking 8 hours and catch nothing. It's like it's hit or miss, feast or famine. We happened to get on fucking bunny. We got a blue shark, we got a mako, and caught a fucking great white.
Wow.
But
where?
You would never catch, you never reel in a big great white, never. They'd snap your line in 2 seconds. But we thought we caught a mako, and we fucking, I'm reeling it. He's like, you're on, Rod, you're on. I'm reeling this bro. It was like, I'm pretty strong, dude, right? I'm 250 pounds. I'm pretty strong, bro. It was like I was pulling in an anchor on the bottom of the ocean. I couldn't move it. It was just fucking wouldn't budge, right? It was like he'd say, you know, because I'm not a fisherman anyway. Yeah, I mean, he'd say, let the rod tip go down, and then, you know, reel on the way down, reel like a motherfucker, and then pull up on it. I would do that. I felt like I did it for an hour, bro. I felt like I was to the point where I almost said, someone else got to take this rod. And he's like, leader. You know, once I got to the leader, I knew I was there. And then as I got closer, he's like, holy fuck, I think that's a great white, right? And we got it up top, and it was a great white, but it was what they call a pup. It was like a yearling.
Yeah.
So it was like 450 pounds. It would have been a massive mako, but it was a baby great white, and it fucking felt like I was pulling in a ship, bro.
Wow. Now, did you keep the mako?
No. Oh, the mako. No, the mako was too small. Had to be. You can't even keep a mako now. Now you're not allowed to keep.
Really?
But back when I was this,
can you eat mako shark?
Yeah. They had to be a certain size. I think there's a small and a large or whatever. They had to fit in a certain. When we got it, we didn't even measure it. It was just not a big one, so we let it go. But it was maybe like 100 pounds or something. But the great white was, you know, it was pretty good size. I got a video of it where we cut it. You know, you post a video of you catching a great white, you better do everything the right way, because you'll have you'll have the fish and game at your door the next day. So literally the second it broke the surface and we knew what it was, we caught the leader and let it go. But
they say, I think they kill sharks, a lot of sharks.
Who?
Just people.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, fishermen hate them, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think what was it, Japanese or the Chinese shark fin soup? They kill millions of them, and the only thing they keep is the fins.
That's crazy.
Chuck everything else. Yeah, it's a lot of delicacies over there. Not delicacies, a lot of sexual.
Oh, sexual.
Yeah, like penis is like fucking off certain animals is supposed to be like. Supposed to be a vitality thing. Isn't it tiger penis, or I forget what it is, but they're killing exotic animals to get hard-ons, basically, you know?
Yeah, what is like the no, well, like rhino horns and shit.
Rhino horn, that's another one.
Yeah. Elephant tusks, I think.
Yeah. I think that's for ivory, because ivory is so valuable. I don't think that has a sexual, you know, thing to it, but there's
horny goat weed.
Yeah. I've been doing the sauna a little bit with Frankie. He kind of wasn't trying to sell me on it or get me to do it, but his fucking spiel about how healthy it is for you. A couple times he was like, "Oh, I'm turning it on. You want to go?" Listen, I don't like the heat, bro. I don't like the heat at all, but I think it helps a lot being in there with somebody you know, because you fucking shoot the shit the whole time.
It went by fast,
bro. It's 40 minutes at 190 degrees. It's brutal. But if you got somebody in there, and a key that I didn't do the first time is bringing ice water in with you.
Yeah.
The first time I went in there, I didn't bring it. I was dying.
I don't always, but I mean now, you know, I'd rather. My thing is, dude, I do 2 hard workouts, then a sauna. Like I need to bring water in there, otherwise I'm gonna
pass out,
fucking dry out.
Yeah. But and you break it up. I think the last couple times, I don't know the first time what we did, but the last couple times we did 40 minutes. So you do 20.
Yeah, 20.
Then we jumped in the pool one time, which is chilly. It's been 50 degrees, and then the pool's a little green right now. So then we did a cold outdoor shower, and it definitely helps to break it up, but kind of shocks your system too. So yeah, I don't know that I would go out and buy one because they're kind of stupid expensive, but this guy keeps inviting me over. I'll keep doing it. What did you say? What was the breakdown? I was trying to tell Danielle. What is if you do it 2 times a week?
I'm gonna fuck the numbers up exactly, but 2 times a week at 175 degrees, at 20 minutes a clip. I think your all cause mortality, your heart issue mortality, and even dementia and Alzheimer's issues goes down like 11 to 20%. 4 to 7 times a week goes down like 50%.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
And that's just crazy. It's like a no-brainer.
Yeah, that was a selling
point. And I don't know,
for me.
And dude, you get, like, you talk about how you get the endorphins from, or the dopamine or whatever from working out and this and that. That's what the sauna does to you too.
Yeah. Well, if you'd have never told me that, I'd have probably been like, oh, man, this is cool. I get to chill with my buddy and bullshit for a minute. But after you told me that, I feel like I'm doing something good for myself, so it feels even better. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, so, all right. Keep hitting me up when you're turning it on, man.
And I'm about to get a
cold plunge. Yeah, that's awesome, man.
I just heard some guy talking about it. It's cold plunge. I've heard this too. Like if you're looking for gains, your gains from your workout.
Yeah.
If you do a cold plunge right after your workout, you probably pretty much erase the workout.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Erase what? The damage?
The damage when you do
tearing muscle breakdown.
Whether you're doing a workout for cardio or maybe for endurance or more probably maybe a muscle workout, you're gonna lose the gains that you just fucking got. But if you wait like 4 to 6 hours, it's okay.
Never heard that.
Well, yeah, but that's why people I don't know. You know how like icing? They say you shouldn't ice an injury. Right? That's like an old thing. They say you shouldn't ice injury because you're taking the blood away from the area. You want blood in the area.
Right.
So I guess that's kind of what the ice bath does. It takes the
inflammation.
Takes the inflammation away, so it kind of takes away your gains.
Gotcha.
There's too much shit to know.
Yeah, it's a lot.
You know what I mean?
It's hard to follow. And I feel like it's ever changing too.
Yes, always.
We've talked about that a bunch.
I think just stay on top of it. Just the fact that you work out every day is big. And they say you don't like to.
I don't hate it.
You're saying. I know what you mean. You're saying you don't. I know what you mean, but the fact that you show up. I don't
love going to work, but I like the feeling of accomplishment. Like, hey, I did something today. I made a paycheck. I don't love going to the gym, but I like leaving there feeling like I'm not a shitbag and feeling like, I got an endorphin dump and feeling like I did something, I accomplished something, and then I've helped myself. I've helped my body. I like that feeling,
Yeah, no, that's the byproduct of it.
Right.
Well, no, that's the byproduct for your mind, but then you get the byproduct for everything else, the health benefits, the longevity benefits. I hear actually a guy, you were on his podcast, Josiah. You know what I'm talking about? Remember?
Yep.
He's always like, he has the 10-minute rule, right? Or something like that. If he doesn't want to work out, he says, okay, I'm going to go work out for 10 minutes. Only 10 minutes. And I'll leave after 10 minutes. He says every time he starts working out, he lasts longer than 10 minutes,
My thing is just get through the door.
Yeah.
I pull into the gym a lot, and I shut my car off, and I look at my phone. And sometimes I'll be there for 2 minutes. Sometimes I'll be there for a half hour, and I always think, turn your fucking phone off, get through the door, and then it's done. Once you get through that door, you're not going to be sitting on the fucking bench holding people up, staring at your phone. You're gonna work out, right? So just get through the door.
A lot of times, like when I do workouts that are hard. Sometimes like they're fucking like they're torturous. And my thing is, it's like this, or like when you're about to step in and jump in that ice bath. The longer you wait, just jump in that bitch.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just get in there.
Yep. Yeah.
We'll have to do some ice baths when I get this thing.
Yeah, man. Well, this will probably air before your fight, so I want to wish you, on behalf of myself, fucking the entire state of New Jersey, and I'm sure a fucking huge part of the world and America, best of luck, bro, in your fight. You're the people's champ always. I want to see you go out with a big W, and we love you no matter how it goes. Extremely proud of you, bro, and you are a modern day Rocky. And let's put a stamp on this thing.
Man, thank you, man. I do everything right. I always do. I always did. This camp was no different, and I'm excited, man. I mean, I was saying today to Mark was saying, he's like, wow, is this the last Tuesday we're gonna meet for before a workout? I'm like, no, we'll work out, but maybe for a fight, yeah, So it's kind of surreal in a moment, in a way, knowing it's the end, but it's what it is. It's what it is.
Nobody fights forever, bro. Nobody. So you've done it as long as.
Yeah. Well, I always say, I remember when they asked me last time, oh, when are you gonna fight? I said, dude, I'll be fighting on my fucking deathbed, and that's the truth. Just because I ain't fighting UFC don't mean I'll fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody gotta have a little bit of fighting.
Yep. Yeah, I wanted to leave on that. We can, but do you want to talk about Jake Paul and Anderson Silva at all? Or
ooh, yeah.
Touch on that real quick. Speaking of fighting, what'd you think? What was your quick summary? What was your takeaway?
Yeah, it was a good fight. Anderson went after it. I thought he took the first round completely off. I don't know if that cost him. I mean, it didn't cost him because he ended up getting dropped. But yeah, Jake Paul's good. Anderson Silva's a 48-year-old man too. But Anderson Silva's fucking still pretty damn good. I think Jake. I mean, I always thought he was decent. You know what I mean? You know, I give him his props. There's people out there saying that fucking Silva took a dive or I'm like, dude, you're crazy. He definitely tried winning.
I feel like they say that in every fight.
Yeah, he definitely tried winning.
They said it in Tyrone Woodley fight. They said it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no. Yeah, he definitely tried winning.
Yeah.
But with all that said, I'd like to see Jake finally fight a boxer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I have basically the same takeaway, but I think, you know, a pivotal point here that everybody really has to remember is what you said. Jake Paul is a 25-year-old guy in really good shape. Was an athlete his whole life. Maybe he's only 5 fights in or whatever, but he's 25 years old. And he fought a guy that's 47 and retired from MMA. I think Anderson Silva did really, really well. I thought he would win. I still think
I didn't know, man. I still
think he looked good. I still think he looked really good. But I just think, you know, he's an older fighter.
He's an older fighter, and listen, he was a great striker in the UFC, one of the best strikers ever. But what was he really good at striking? He was great at knees. He was great at kicks. He couldn't do any of that stuff.
Right.
He never really knocked people. I mean, maybe he did knock people out.
See that one time he actually it looked like he was going to throw a kick.
No,
they show it on a lot of highlights. It looked like he was thinking about throwing a kick at one point.
That would have been great.
Yeah.
But now you got fucking Jake Paul calling out Nate Diaz.
Yeah, I know.
Yo, you're fucking so much bigger than Nate Diaz, man.
I know.
I mean, if I'm Nate, I'm fine. I'm taking that fight, though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a fucking buku bucks.
Nate's already made buku bucks with the McGregor fights. Why not take that one, too?
Yeah.
I'm a Nate fan.
I'll tell you what, though. I mean, he's just so much smaller. But Nate, he's got an engine on him. I wonder what that would do. If he could just
he's a volume guy too. He's just going to pepper him the whole time.
But I wonder, is he too small? He might be too small.
Yeah.
Because Jake's a big dude, bro.
Has Nate ever been? I mean, Nate's been. Oh no, he got head kicked. He got head kicked by Josh Thompson.
Yeah.
Has he been? Other than that, has he ever been knocked out? Just the head kick, right? Yeah. You know,
he's got a chin and a half, but he's also. Bro, he's fucking been fighting for a long time too, man.
I'd watch that, bro. I'd tune in once.
He's been fighting as long as I have.
And Masvidal, he also called out, right?
I don't know.
I thought he said.
I don't know.
Masvidal and Diaz.
I see Tommy Fury's calling him out. I think that's a fair fight.
Yeah,
that'd be a good fight for him.
Has Tommy added any more fights to his belt since the first one? If he hasn't, then I don't know.
I mean, it's still a boxer. It's still a boxer.
Right, but he fought nobody. So he literally fought nobody.
I know, but he's still a huge name. I mean, it's perfect for Jake Paul. It's perfect. It's the next ascension up from a fucking
I would
MMA
pick Jake
guy.
Paul to win that, even though he's a boxer.
Yeah,
he's not his brother, bro. Not even close.
No, and honestly, when I seen him, he fought in the undercard, right? One of Jake Paul's undercards or one of Tyson's. I don't know about that. And I saw him, and I was not that impressed.
Yeah, he's not his brother. It's crazy because you look at him. You're like, holy shit, this guy is the phenom. This guy is the fucking boxer.
Yeah.
You look at Tyson, you're like, oh my God, this guy fucking,
looks like a pear.
Yeah. Well, not only that, he's been an addict, right? He's been homeless. He is arguably the greatest boxer ever. He's fucking a phenom boxer, and he don't look the part at all.
No.
Tommy does.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
His dad's nuts. You ever see that?
No, but I heard stories, yeah.
John Fury.
Yeah.
He's the fighting man. I'm one of the best fighting men. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a bare knuckler.
Tyson also, what he also has, it's always to be like a superstar, you need like it all, and he's poetic when he talks in the ring.
Bro, he's singing fucking Sweet Caroline.
Yeah.
He's
tells his story well about himself. He's very open about it. He gives back.
I heard him on Rogan before. He's fucking great.
Yeah, he's great, bro.
Yeah.
I love everything about that guy.
Yeah, me too.
I think he donated a lot to mental illness.
I think he gave out a whole purse, one of his whole purses, man.
Yeah, I really like that guy.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I want Jake Paul. He's a boxer, bro. Like we gotta stop saying, he's a YouTuber. He's a fucking boxer.
Yeah, I'm not saying that anymore.
No, I'm saying people.
Yeah.
People. He's a fucking boxer.
And he's young. He's got youth on his side.
I seen too. He's like, I'd love to fight Floyd. Like, dude, Floyd's fucking my size. You know what I mean?
Logan fought him, right?
No, Logan. I know,
yeah,
but
already fought him. So that payday is done.
No,
no,
I know,
but he's not going to fight the brother now, is he?
No, I know, but Jake is saying he wants to fight him in a real, not an exhibition, in a pro boxing match. That's what he said.
I think Jake looks better than Logan, don't you? In the ring?
100%, dude. But I don't think Logan trains like Jake, though. Logan was just like, fuck it, my brother's doing this.
Logan had that one flurry.
I don't think he got paid.
See that one
right?
flurry?
Didn't he not get paid?
Against Floyd, where he was just like kind of windmilling a little bit. Yeah, berserking, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, pal, we can wrap up. I got to take a wee.
Peace.